is Mr. George Wen, Deputy General Manager at the FA Division of Mitsubishi Electric Taiwan. Mr. Wen has been engaged in FA automation at Mitsubishi Electric in Taiwan for 32 years. He has extensive experience in CNC robotics and server products, including smart machines that combine FA and IoT, as well as smart manufacturing and smart management. So he's going to share with us the DX transformation at Mitsubishi CNC. Welcome. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I'm from Mitsubishi Electric Taiwan. My name is Wen Fusheng, George Wen. So I'm going to address the CNC transformation of Mitsubishi CNC. The presentation is going to be divided into three parts. First, DX, and second is E-Factory, and the third is Mitsubishi CNC for DX. So DX, or digital transformation, was first coined in 2014 by Professor Eric Stortman from the Swedish Umeå University. So the purpose is to change people's life, to make it better. Simply put, it is using digital transformation, digital technology to solve older traditional problems and to change companies' operation model, especially in reducing cost and increasing customer loyalty and improving consumer experience. So digital transformation is linked with Mitsubishi's E-Factory. How? I'm going to show you a video clip.
Digital engineering. The new manufacturing revolution is leveraging these next generation technologies to create smart factories. Are you? To make things easier, many people break smart factories down into a series of smaller parts. Here are a few examples. The numbers show that most companies understand their importance, but as you can see, little has been implemented. And in general, the significance of Industry 4.0 is also well understood. But again, few have taken action. Why is that? The problem is, the issues are so complex and diverse that people don't know where to start. So how can it be made easier? On review, there appears to be a missing piece, and that is human knowledge, the source of creativity and ingenuity. Adding human knowledge to machine automation and digital engineering can add new value and a practical approach to implementing smart factories. Mitsubishi Electric calls this E-Factory. E-Factory is built on the concept of Kaizen, the driving force behind the growth of Japan's manufacturing sector. It's an innovative manufacturing approach that starts on the factory floor. E-Factory begins with a thorough understanding of factory floor operations, utilizing what is already in place before it optimizes the manufacturing processes. Furthermore, the system can evolve along with the needs of the manufacturing value chain, keeping the organization relevant and constantly moving forward through incremental improvements. Mitsubishi Electric has 100 years worth of manufacturing know-how and experience. By combining this wealth of knowledge with machine automation and digital engineering, we can provide scalable solutions from simple machine or process improvements to complex manufacturing business challenges. The manufacturing revolution started with automation. Now, its digital transformation is allowing it to evolve even further. From factory operations to management. eFactory connects everything, provides total support, and dramatically improves productivity. Together, working with you will help you resolve issues, leverage technology, and optimize your value chain. eFactory can help you be a step ahead of the times.
如影片中所述，
As you saw in the video, all businesses know Industry 4.0 is very important. However, 85% of the businesses don't know what it is about, and very few have implemented it. So to us, it is machine automation plus digitalization plus human support. This is eFactory, and this is an FA transformation. So in addition to FA equipment, at Mitsubishi, we also offer home appliances, satellites, space stations, energy, as well as infrastructure support. And in 2021, we are celebrating our 100-year anniversary. So over the past century, we have accumulated a lot of experience, especially in 4 areas: life, industry, infrastructure, and transportation. So today, I'm going to focus on FA systems. So our FA products can be divided into controllers and motors and machine electric integration, edge computing products, as well as CNC controllers, which will be the focus of my presentation today. So this is our newest and most popular CNC, M800. So how is digitalization needed in the manufacturing industry? What is the context? Recently, I've read an article about the CEO of Ford. He said, so Gene said that it's really fast, the world is fast changing, and that is a major challenge faced by the manufacturing industry. And according to Japan's Ministry of Economy, they have published a white paper indicating that the friction between China and the U.S. in trade, geopolitical risks, and sudden climate changes and natural disasters, disruptive technologies, as well as the COVID-19 are all challenges faced by the industry. What are the responses proposed in the white paper? You should, as a business, be able to transform yourself, so your organization should dynamically change and respond. And you should promote digitalization so as to facilitate that transformation. So you can simply buy some equipment and digital software. Is that equivalent to digital transformation? No. We think when it comes to digitalization and digital optimization, we have to integrate digital technology into all aspects across the country. And the third response proposed by the white paper is to strengthen your design ability and speed. So actually, 88% of your cost and quality is determined during the design process. So how can you use digital tools and software for cross-departmental collaboration to make your products better in quality and lower in cost? And the fourth response is to cultivate professionals in digitalization. You see, science, math are a very important part you should work on when it comes to educating your people as a nation. So another report from Japan In this report, it is proposed that the Japanese manufacturing industry should implement several strategies. They believe that Japan should leverage its technologies and know-hows as their weapon for revolution, for changes. So, for example, cyberspace data are now being used into the real world. This is the current approach. However, this report has pointed out a future approach. So you should make use of your advantages in the real world and exported that to the virtual world. So at Mitsubishi, what are our thoughts and what do we do? So at Mitsubishi, our thoughts are very similar, are inconsistent with the previous report from Japan. We should leverage our special skills and experience and know-how. We don't just drive them with digital technologies. We should also focus on the production sites in the physical world. So we collect data from the driver system and then send it to the AI system to turn that into insight. And we focus on the automation of the processing process.
This is what we called e-factory. E-factory was proposed in 2013 by Mitsubishi Electric. So basically, this is a solution at the shop floor. And you can see that at the bottom layer, it is the manufacturing layer. Basically, it collects intelligence at the shop floor and send the data, send the intelligence to send it to the edge. And then it is then sent to the IT layer. So about the edge computing layer. So you can see that at the bottom here, it shows all the equipment at the shop floor, and it collects the data and sends it to the Edge Cross platform. This is a software platform, Edge Cross platform. And at Edge Cross platform, it analyzes all the data before it sends the data to the IT layer. At the shop floor, there will be equipment from, for example, Mitsubishi Electric, as well as from other companies. All of these data can be sent to Edge Cross, edge computing layer, and then it is here that the data is analyzed before it is sent to the IT layer. Now I want to share with you some functions or some features. So we have simulation, we have activation, rate monitoring, we have inspection of tools. We also have connection with machines or robots. Here can be broken down into two parts. The first solution is for the shop floor, and then the second part is more targeted towards users. These are built upon smart manufacturing. So basically, we have engineering and design, production and manufacturing, etc. So when it comes to production planning, engineering, here we have an e-factory alliance. We have 1,000 partners, including IBM. So I want to introduce a software used at the e-factory alliance. So for instance, this company uses the software to offer virtual adaptation. And then they use CAD to modularize and standardize the engineering process. So basically, you see how virtual engineering is used to improve the efficiency of engineering. Then at the production and execution step, here we have AI solutions and solutions for machining as well. Before machining, we conduct inspection. For instance, we read the modules of the machines and we inspect the machines. So before actual execution, before actual manufacturing, we try to inspect whether there is a collision between equipment or machines. So here you see that in the simulation, you see the screen part. And then in the middle, you see the red part. The red means that collision happens during simulation. So we can simply tell whether or not collision happens from the colors. And then on the right-hand side, you see a workpiece simulation. We also have 3D simulation to visualize workpieces. So you know what the appearance is like. We inspect the workpieces. And then we have a connection solution for robots. In the past, you need many IOC connection. You also have to learn PLC. And then on the robot side, you need the hatching box. And our solution N800 actually spares you all these trouble. Basically, it runs a G code and it simulates for you. I want to introduce you to useful AI programs. We know that for machine tools, there are many server motors and shaft or motors. And because of that, the precision may fluctuate. Well, the level of fluctuation varies, but nonetheless, it affects the precision of the machine tools. And we actually pre-install thermal sensors, and we monitor the thermal displacement by using AI. And then after using algorithm, we are able to do thermal displacement compensation for our machine tools. Let me show you one video clip. Moving on to another AI solution useful to users, and that is a cutter or tool attrition diagnosis. So we know that when the cutters cut. Well, basically your shaft motors, of course, shoulders the load or payload. So basically, when we detect something abnormal, we are going to send an alert to you. So for instance, the tool or the blade breaks, or for example, when there is attrition with your tools, we're going to alert you immediately. Let me show you another clip.
本视频将向您演示由30电机 FA 应用程序包 IQ Monozukuri 加工机刀具磨损诊断的磨损预测功能，而实现刀具更换的最优化。本产品通过搭载于如画面所示的 CNC 机床，进行切削加工诊断的演示。通过灵活运用切削中的 IoT 数据，准确掌握刀具的老化状况，实现刀具费用的降低，并助力于产品质量改善。接下来，我们将演示由本程序包导入后的诊断系统，进行刀具老化预测和加工异常检测。至今为止的变种变量生产中，很难掌握刀具切削的负荷，因此刀具更换时参考积累下来的经验，定期实施。此外，刀具锋锐度和老化速度也存在个体差异，无法准确判断刀具的实际寿命，导致定期更换频率增加，对加工成本影响巨大。并且，由于在无法正确掌握刀具磨损的状态下实施定期更换，产生了未老化刀具更换的浪费。接下来进行刀具老化预测演示，请观看磨损的进展情况。先收集诊断所需的加工数据。根据加工结束后所收集的数据，自动更新特征量的趋势。从趋势的倾向中预测该刀具的老化程度，显示在彻底钝化前剩余的可加工次数。并且为了方便刀具更换，设置注意、警报2个阶段进行提醒。通过这种方式明确刀具更换的最佳时机，在刀具彻底钝化前进行更换，从而避免浪费。如此，与从前的刀具更换进行对比，可使用次数提高了1.7倍，大幅降低了刀具费用。下一步进行加工异常检测演示。在针对不锈钢工件的沟槽加工时，刀具容易发生折损。如刀具发生折损，加工趋势数据会发生明显变化，因此能够实时检测出加工异常。当检测出刀具折损导致的切削扭矩异常时，通过发出警报信息，并向外部连接输出，发出异常信号，防止不良品的流出。
好，经过这个2个 AI 有。
Moving on to maintenance. I want to introduce you how we collect data, how we monitor the activation rate, and how we do maintenance remotely. We have a high-speed data collector. And basically, it can collect your NC data, your servo main chip data, and it can send the data to the edge very rapidly. And this is used to detect any anomaly and in inspection. At edge computing, basically it supports not only Mitsubishi's equipment or machines, it also supports many different interfaces such as MT connector, SOMT, and OPC UA. Moving on to activation rate monitoring, we have NC Machine Tool Optimizer. This is a software of ours. This software can collect the data from Mitsubishi machining equipment as well as from the equipment of other companies. And it sends all the data to Edge Cross. Later on, our speaker will, Mr. Masaki Tokunaga will talk about Edge Cross more later. But basically, after collecting the data, we're able to analyze the data and optimize the entire process at the shop floor. NC Machine Tool Optimizer doesn't only support CNC data, it also supports other FA equipment. In addition to CNC, it also supports PLC, and robots. So it can visualize all data at the shop floor, and it can analyze the activation rate of your shop floor. And here I want to show you another video clip in terms of how we use this in the shop floor. This is at a factory in Nagoya. So here you see that on this dashboard you see everything. So everything is visualized. And all machines' activation rate is shown here. You see the machining time. You can also see that timely, and it generates reports as well. And then I want to talk about a solution on remote maintenance. We know that 80% of the machine tools in Taiwan is exported. If there's anything wrong with the machine tools, do you fly to their country to do the maintenance? Well, actually, you can do that remotely. So Mitsubishi offers this solution. So actually, just go on our Remote for You platform, and then on that we do diagnosis and maintenance remotely for our clients. Actually, not only Mitsubishi clients use this, actually machine tools users can use this platform to help them do diagnosis for their clients. And you just need to get a permit from Mitsubishi platform, and you have access to this cloud service. So basically, the machine tool manufacturers can make use of this cloud platform to do remote maintenance. And because of that, the number of engineers can be reduced by 20%, and the number of time spending on answering on the phones with your clients is reduced by 70%. So here you see unified, update, and universal and useful. So we have all these elements. We not only offer remote diagnosis at Mitsubishi, we are constantly expanding. We have been expanding since 1974. As of today, we have set up many service centers across 93 countries and regions. Now I would like to talk about some of the applications that we have here in Taiwan. Recently, we have an MIH platform that's for electric vehicles. And people said that, well, it is the software that's going to determine the future. And people now are seeing the value of this software. For instance, AI Link uses AI to have this network adaptation, and it also incorporates many new features traditionally not seen in controllers. And HeartRoll Plus uses facial recognition technology. In addition to hardware innovation, machine tool manufacturers are also developing software as well. So we look forward to future development. And in addition to the support that we offer to our clients, we provide the best-in-class products and services for our clients. We want to be the best partner for your success. That concludes my presentation. Thank you.
温部长的分享，谢谢您。
Thank you, Mr.